So we're out here in the woods, just the edge of it really. That's pasture over there. There's that post there is the fence line that goes that way. And we're laying fence. Getting posts in, not per se the straightest line, but we're working with the landscape we're given. Laid a nice little path. We're going to open this pasture up to the goats because they need the space. It would have been really nice to use the entirety of this pasture. So there's some big trees. There's some rocky areas that they can jump and play on and more down that way. But somebody, there's Mabel right there. Somebody at some point in the past thought it would be an incredibly bright idea to dump a bunch of broken glass just back there inside the pasture. So that's not safe. We can't let the animals cut their feet on broken glass. I don't know why someone would do that inside the pasture, but they did. But we're taking it all the way across. We had to use a tractor bucket to pound a couple of these in because the clay is pretty close to the surface here. But and the goats would have loved, absolutely loved this landscape. It rolls and dips, and they would have had a blast back here, but this was the clearest and the best spot to get some fencing through without having big gaps underneath it. And there's the other post for the other pasture, so we're going to link up there. But Gideon, of course, after we've done most of this work, Gideon had the bright idea that we could just repair the backline fence, which they attached it to trees, and as they grew it lifted them, and just fence a circle around the broken glass. And I thought, well goodness, why didn't he tell us that before we did all this? So for now we'll stick with our plan. I don't know, maybe one day in the future down the road we might do that, but for now this is what we're up to. It's not easy work. The skeeters are thick. We're getting it done though. For the good of the goats. Just moved the chicks. And you can see there's 3 ducks in here now. So normal water is gone and the ramp and the tub is back. Nice sunshine, green grass. Mr. Tom showing off. Yeah, you've been showing off to the babies. And you can see over there, I got the pool up for the geese. That's long overdue, but as you can see, they're all over here. They're loving it. I better go turn off that water. But yeah, still working on the garden. Lots left to do with it. I was just closing the gate and my face was right there, and this little character moved. Isn't he a cutie? It was quite a surprise, right next to my face. Come on, Ebony, what are you waiting for? Come on out. That's a good girl. The goats were pretty much out of grass in the pastures they had access to, so we let them out here to the barnyard. And they're loving it. Gonna take them a few days to get this grazed down. Hey, Frost. Oh, you left Tank behind. Tank, where'd your mom go? There's Tank. He's actually ending up kind of nicer looking than I thought he would. He might be a good buck. He's about the size that I start assessing whether I'm going to weather them or not. Weathering just means neutering. I'm sure the microphone's not picking it up, but all I'm hearing is lots of little munch, 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 rip, rip, rip of grasses. What, one goat sneeze and you all go running? They're a little more anxious because this is an area they're not used to. Oh yeah, if they get down there by the ditch, there's some really thick, lush, nice grass there. And if they wanted to, they could certainly get out of this pasture, but they're so busy filling their faces, it hasn't crossed their mind yet. And they won't go too far, and if they do escape, we'll round them up. We're keeping a closer eye on them when they're in this one. In a few days, hopefully we'll finish our fencing project, and that will double the amount of pasture that they currently have access to, minus this one. It's not really pasture, it's a barnyard, but it works. Yeah, that's right, sweetie. That's really good thick grass. The manure pile helped it grow green and lush. That's 40 goats. The 3 bucks are in their own pen, so that's the other 3. I figured it. The kids are going to play King of the Castle. Apparently they're getting some exercise out here too. Not sure what has them worked up though. They were very happy to be here. They were out here for a few hours yesterday afternoon after the rain, and first thing in the morning they were at the gate wanting to come back into this area. Yesterday they were over at the fence visiting Nellie. I think Nellie enjoyed that. Having the goats back up to visit her. What are you doing to my feet? You done playing with the goat kids and rolling in the sand? Hey, Mitz. Aww. It's time to get haying done. We need to get it done, but so far weather's not cooperating. We need a good 4 days rain-free, and it's not happening yet. I figured the kids would have fun running and playing up there. Some of them are busy filling their faces. Well, I'd say they're all definitely feeling better after they had the right wormer. You wouldn't see movement like that if they were still feeling poorly. Well, I was told Nellie's due in June. I wasn't given a better date than that. But her fore udders have come in quite nicely. Her rear udders still have a bit more room to go. So I think it's coming soon. Hey Nellie, easy girl. Poor girl, the flies are bugging her, but that's pretty firm there. Of course, I'm not used to judging cows, but if that was a goat, I'd say she's pretty tight. Let's see how round you are. Oh, did you drop? I swore you were rounder earlier. Maybe it's closer than I thought. She was definitely bumping out this side further last time I checked. Keep a close eye on her. So just a tip, if you've got a remnant to carry, a T-post, slide it through, one person on each end. Makes it so much easier. So it took us 3 days to get this job done. 1 day to get the fence posts in, and the second day we got the wire unrolled all the way, and then about half. And then the last day we went from down there just out of sight all the way down here and secured it. This is good and tight. It's down to the ground, and the goat should not cause trouble with it. And yeah, I am so done with fencing the back of this place. And now we'll let the goats in. Here they come. Come on, sweetie. And here we go. This is the pasture we just fenced the back of. This doubles the amount of pasture that they had access to. Like, this one pasture here is equivalent to this one and that one in size. So yeah, this is the first time they're in it. They don't get too far and the heads are right in the grass, munching and munching. There's the birds right there, the house. We're gonna have some happy goats. Oh, they're already going for the weeds. Giving them lots of extra pasture, this is definitely going to help with worms. It spreads out where they are, where they leave their droppings, and they can have more places to eat where they haven't pooped. It'll also give time for the other pastures to kind of rest and recover, and any worms left in the droppings to die off. I'd say that's a happy group. Sweetie, they left you behind again. I'm looking tonight to separate off the oldest bucklings because they're starting to get real annoying. We'll band the ones that aren't going to be for breeding, and we'll give them their Tasvax booster. Pack them out with Braveheart, our senior buck. He loves babysitting. Makes him happy. So you can see way in the background there are the goats in the pasture we just opened. And there's their main pasture in the middle. Then I've closed off this pasture. We're gonna let it rest. We'll let it sit a month, month and a half, however long it takes to fully recover. And we'll open this one back up. They might still find ways to wiggle through, but the whole herd's not gonna get in here. And earlier today around noon, we put them in the barnyard area here in the morning. And then around noon, I noticed I couldn't see them. Now, granted, from the house, the barn blocks a lot of the view. But when Dad came out here just about 1 to do waters, they were way back there in the bush. And they're not supposed to be there. They got out at this gate somewhere. Oh, yeah. Probably between the gate and the post. And they went away out there. Dad didn't even see them. He said they must have heard him, and they all came running up as if they'd been caught doing something really bad, which they had. Now they don't have to do that because they got all that. How nice is that? It's beautiful. And there's a whole bunch of willow back there. Some big willow shrubs. And a little tidbit of information for you. If willow is available to animals, they will chew the bark when they're in pain because willow bark is a natural painkiller. Hi, little buddy. Yeah. We're missing one. Must be in with the bigger bucks. But we moved 5 boys over, 3 of which have bands. Until he got banded, he's a little bit kicky. This one's banded. These 2 are intact for breeding. And the other one must be in there in the hut with the big boys. Yeah, I hear him crying in there. These guys were getting big. They were bugging all the girls. This little guy that's kicking, he's a little bit smaller, but he's been weaned from his mom for a while. She's the one adult we almost lost due to the whole worm situation. She got very anemic and dried up. Now, that doesn't mean he wasn't stealing off the other moms, but he's, for all intents and purposes, weaned. Well, there's the last guy. So I wanted a decent sized group here all together so that they'd feel comfortable. As comfortable as they can be, freshly banded. But they'll be fine out here. Braveheart is the senior herd sire. He loves looking after kids. He loves having a big group with him, so they'll do just fine. None of the others are weaned, but they'll get there. This is part of the process. I just wanted to show you. Where is it? Oh, there's our son. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. It's very smoke hazy from the wildfire smokes. And it doesn't look too bad today. You can see a little bit of haziness off in the distance where you kind of see that there's smoke there, but it was certainly worse, a lot worse a couple days ago, but thankfully it's not bad now. It's been 2 days since I last took a video of Nellie, and she still hasn't had her calf yet. Who knows? We're watching. Yeah, you guys are feeling quite sorry for yourselves. This guy's a bit diarrhea-y. I suspect he got into something that didn't agree with him out in the bush over there when they made their escape. I dosed him for coccidia just in case, but I suspect it's something he ate. So as for my two breeders, there's Tank there. He's the oldest. He's a big boy. He's got a short neck for a dairy breed, but he's going to add a lot of substance and meat to any herd that he goes to breed with. And the guy right in front of him, he's nice. He's got really nice coloring, nice body shape. He's got breadth, which means width. They're just two nice goats. They both have good shoulders, wide hips, and they're all friendly, which is nice. I'm gonna keep coming out here every day and try to keep these guys friendly. Unfortunately, Tank's got a little bit of a scur. We'll see how it develops. I mean, these two boys were nice too, but they're hawks, which is that point at the back of the leg. They pointed in towards each other. So, yeah. These guys aren't ready to go yet. I've still got 4 weeks to go before I can give them their booster shot. And at that point, I'll check for worms and everything like that, and then they're ready to go. Yeah, Tank's beautiful. Yeah, gonna be a nice buck, and he's appropriately named. He's gonna be Tanky. Whoa, you discovered what that was for. But these guys have both this pasture and that pasture to play in, which is absolutely plenty of space to play and eat for this number of goats.